live that this is what we could talk about tonight, because this is what the title of my live is called. It's called Let's Talk About It. Whatever it is, let's just talk about it. So here we go. We're going to talk about it. And this is for Allie, because she wanted it. She was like asking questions, and I know other people are asking questions because you can't unsee that. You can see that in my videos. You can see it in volleyball. You can't unsee it. And then there, listen, everybody has opinions. Everyone has thoughts. I don't care. I don't care. These are just mine. That's just what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you all the reasons why I'm doing it, but it's not to fight for my right to do it. And it is just to tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and what I'm exploring and what I'm finding out. And I think what I'm about to tell you is good for all ages. And I want to tell this story as if I'm talking to my friend Allie, my volleyball friend Allie. Okay. Weeks, you download the app, it reads your glucose. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it, I don't know. I don't care. I'm not a diabetic. I'm not doing it to save my life. But I am almost 52. In 3 days, I'll be 52 years old. I am not in menopause yet, but it's coming fast for me, right? All of my friends that are in their, a lot of my friends that are younger than me have already been in menopause. So I am not there yet, but it's coming for me. And I hear the stories all the time. Oh, when I was in perimenopause, when I was going to menopause, I gained 20 pounds just like that. I don't know how I just gained weight. I couldn't lose weight. I just kept gaining weight. And then I hear all the people, who are 30 and 40 and 50 and being like HRT, HRT, HRT. And I'm just not interested. I don't want to depend on anything but myself to stay healthy. Now, I hold the space that I very much could change my mind down the road. But as of right now, I want to about the words I choose, because I really don't care what other people do. And I really do think people should utilize stuff that they feel like they should. But we can talk about HRT. I hear all these people saying, oh, HRT changed my life, blah, blah, blah. Well, I know a lot of people on HRT and they're freaking nuts, dude. I'm not doing that. I feel like HRT would be like what I went through on birth control in my 20s and 30s. And I don't want that. I hated that. And also, I also feel like a lot of people that I'm hearing about HRT, it's like, oh, I had to get this dose. I had to go down on progesterone and up on estrogen. I had to do this and do that. And it's just a constant battle to try to balance your hormones with pharmaceuticals. And I get it. Everyone from Oprah to freaking who cares? Everyone's saying HRT. And I'm just wondering if there's another way around getting on HRT, in your 50s. But because I just don't want to be chasing the dragon for the rest of my life, like trying to balance my hormones. I'd rather just I don't know. I don't know what they do if you don't put HRT in your body. You have no hormones? I don't know. Women, if you talk to them that have not done it, and I'm not trying to say, I know I'm already going to hear it. Oh, that's because, you don't have to suffer. Yeah, you're right. But I would suffer chasing hormones. I would suffer balancing this and balancing that and having to go to the doctor every 3 months or 6 months or whatever. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I have friends that are on every potion imaginable. And I feel like that sounds exhausting. I don't want to do it. Plus, I don't have the money for that. I'm still raising a teenager. I can't be spending money on me like that. That's it. I don't want to be dependent on a ton of pills, potions, and magic tricks, because I feel like that is exhausting mentally, emotionally, and financially, and I'm just not interested in it. But I also know that I've got to fight back somehow. So that brings me to this. Oh, I keep looking at this, and AR, a 50-year-old shares her thoughts on aging and her choice to avoid HRT. Yep, but I'm about to be 52. Um, Also, I know this is going to sound just so bad, maybe to some, but since everyone is on HRT, since everyone is on GLP-1s, since everyone is reaching for the peptides and reaching for the fixes with on the outside of themselves. I just thought, well, maybe I should be the one that's not and still lend a voice to people who maybe don't want to do HRT, don't want to do the GLP ones. Can I live the life I want to live without medical intervention? Now, I'm not talking about medical intervention if I were to be for me. But anyway, one of the horror stories, and the reason why I think a lot of women do get on HRT is because of the weight gain. So you hear about women of my age or younger or older talking about they hit menopause and just gained 20 pounds and blah, blah, blah. And it was just it. And they blame it on menopause. They blame it on their age. And so then they're like, HRT, HRT. And I'm not, I'm like, yeah, I can see that maybe, but can you fight back? Can you figure out a way? So this helped me figure out a way because I do think that a lot of symptoms and a lot of feeling blah and feeling yuck is maybe because of blood sugar spikes, even if you're not diabetic. And I mean, I don't know for sure, but I can tell you that I've been wearing this for about 3 months now because I went and gave plasma and I weighed in at 136, and then the next time I think I was like 138, and I was like, okay, I put on about 15 pounds since last summer, and this is what I started asking myself, oh no, is this it? Is this menopause? Is this it? Is this menopause? Is this the 20-pound weight gain? So so I started wearing this and I started, you know, thinking about it, and I thought, I'm not going to try to lose weight. I just want to stop the gain. I don't want to be that one of the women that says, oh my God, I got hit with 20 pounds and, you know, everything changed in my life. So I just thought, let me stop the gain. And I also believe in data. I believe if you know what foods, even if you inherently know that this food is bad for you, when you see it in data form, it like settles in you even more so. So what I mean by that is, I know that macaroni and cheese is not good for me. And I don't even eat macaroni and cheese, but sometimes I'll make my son macaroni and cheese and I will take a few bites, let's say 3 to 5 bites. Okay. Not even a full serving, just 3 to 5 bites. Well, guess what? My spike in my blood sugar is immense. It goes off the charts. Just a few bites of macaroni and cheese. So I knew boxed macaroni and cheese was not a good food group for me to eat, especially in my 50s, who wants to stay healthy and active. But it's like you think, oh, a few bites. You don't realize the effect that it has on you until you get the data on it. So you could be the healthiest. I think of myself as a healthy eater, but this is showing me that maybe I'm not. Another one is I was eating this protein yogurt and it was spiking my blood sugar. So I'd come home from volleyball and I would eat one of those yogurts thinking that it was my sweet treat and that it was good because it's protein and, at least it wasn't ice cream. No, my blood sugar was spiking. I was getting big lingo counts. And um, then I would eat Halo ice cream and wouldn't have as big of a spike. So I found out that Halo ice cream is better. I react better without such a sharp insulin spike or a larger lingo spike. I can explain that later. Um, when I have Greek yogurt versus ice cream. So now when I get home from volleyball, if I want a sweet treat, if I want one, and if then I have Halo ice cream instead of Greek yogurt or protein yogurt. So that's kind of what I'm saying. And then and I can feel it. Every time my blood sugar spikes, I feel like this is how I feel. I just feel like I'm inflamed and just kind of walking around not sluggish and stuff, just not feeling good. And that's what this data is showing me. I can visually see that my blood sugar has spiked, that I went through a spike because of the foods I've eaten, and then I can really internalize what I'm feeling like, and it just makes a deeper connection. It really helps me to get to know myself. And I think that if I'm going to, I'll just use the word, fight aging in a really good way, then I really need to monitor how my body is responding to food and certain foods. And I will tell you that Sunday after the volleyball tournament, now don't get me wrong, I played volleyball all day, I didn't really eat. So, you know, but I was back down to 128 last Sunday. But then I had stopped wearing it because it fell off on Sunday. I took a week off and I really didn't even, I wasn't monitoring. I was just eating what I wanted. I ate a whole thing.